Hey guys, welcome back to Rocket Team Smokes here with another video of career mode. Now it's time for Spain race 2. Remember race 1 yesterday where it's about to get even better. Let's do this.
And here we are, back after yesterday's exciting feature race for today's sprint. The top 8 from yesterday have been reversed for the grid down below, and we're almost ready to start. Alongside me today, I'm delighted to welcome back to the commentary box the 2012 GP2 champion, Davide Valsecchi. There looks to be a challenging race ahead of the drivers today, Davide. With that in mind, what are you looking out for today?
Well, Alex, I want to see how the drivers at the back of the grid are going to roll down. They'll need to make an impact in the early stages, and they're probably hoping for a bit of luck at the start. We may see some bold maneuvers out there today.
So, there you have it from the pros. I guess that's the information we're going to need to take into this race. Now then, let's have a look at our setup, shall we? And see what we've got to play with. It looks like a one-stop race in the feature race, which is interesting. Usually it's a no-stop race, but it's going to be medium hards. Let's see how this one goes. There's our setup, quickly going through there, so you can see what we're using for this one. Here we go then, 5 red lights. And away we go for the career mode race. And I have to admit, this is a horrendous start, as it looks like on the left-hand side, through goes Ilott to get the position. And we're being challenged as well by Anthony Hubert going into turn 1. Now heading into turn 1, then we go for a huge dive bomb and gaining Ilott. And it looks like we're going to try and go around the outside of a name I cannot pronounce. As next up is Carrera into turn 4 possibly. This is where we get a good exit of turn 3. Now heading into turn 4. We're going to send it up the inside. There's contact between the pair of us. Thankfully no damage between us or him in front. Now then heading into turn 5, and we're going to send it on the brakes. Oh, you know it. And we get, we absolutely send it down the inside into turn 5, and on the exit we get the exit we want. And that is the position in P4 in the bag. Now heading into the tricky turn 6, turn 7, easy to lose it. As you will see later on in this race, I expect from the tyres start to disappear and the grip starts going loose. Now then, heading into turn 10, tricky left-hander. It's us versus Leslie on the brakes. And we have absolutely sent a dive bomb with Leslie. And we get the move done, and we're into our podium position again here at Spain. Let's see if we can do one better, and let's get P2 in this race. Or even P1 and the golden prize. Now here you go, here's the contact between me and... It wasn't Ilott, was it? I can't remember now. Someone up the inside. We go at turn 5 though. Neat as you like, and that is the move done. Push them onto the curb. And then this is us versus Alessi in turn 10. Huge dive bomb. From that angle it makes it look ridiculous how he made that stick, but there we go. Now next up is Jack Aitken. We've got TRS as well. But as you can see, we've got a huge amount of pace going into this weekend. And once again we've gone purple lap time. And there's yellow flags in front. It looks like our teammate's got a problem and an engine failure, which means we're up into P2. But is it worth pitting now or later? We're going to stay on for another lap. And if there's a safety car, then we are not in a good position. We're going to take the risk of there being no safety car. But who is out of the race? And our teammate for the constructors as well is probably already over. And that is another DNF for one of the two of us. Not what you want to see, especially around this track, which is so strong for me. And as you can see, Jack Aitken setting the fast lap, then we do as well. So now we're going to pressure Jack Aitken into turn 1, and we're going to go to the outside. Yes, we are. Heading into turn 1, you want to break at that braking board. Now heading into turn 1, Jack Aitken still got the inside line, but we're going to carry the momentum around the outside to get the position. Use the little bit of green on the right-hand side there as well. And that is how you get P1. And then we had a huge moment there and almost lose the car. But Jack Aitken isn't coming back at us after that one. And here you go, here's the move again into turn 1. Round the outside we go. And that's pretty much the move done for turn 2, but we had the inside line anyway. So that's pretty much how this one is going to go. Well, let's do it. It's us versus Aitken again into turn 1. Aitken coming back at us, in fact. Heading into turn 1, break at that meter board again. And this time round, Jack Aitken still side by side with us. We're going to hold on. Or we've lost the rear massively there into turn 2. Out of turn 2 and into turn 3, so we've lost another position to Alessi, and Carrera is trying to also get involved in the action here. Now heading into turn 4, round the outside again of Alessi. this time, are we going to be able to make this one work? Unless he loses the rear and which takes us out with him. But unless he manages to hold on and we get the position again into P2. What a F2 race this is turning out to be. Anyway, this is a replay camera again. I see Jack Aitken getting the advantage into turn 1 but not pushing it around the outside. And in the end it was worth it because we lose the rear and Jack Aitken gets back position. And we also lose out there again to another driver, Alessi. But heading into turn 4, we just go to the outside line. We could have gone to the inside line, but it wouldn't have worked out in the end. Because as you see there, we went well wide. Lucky to not go off the track. And in saying that, Alessi almost wiped us out anyway. And once again, then on lap 9, all over the back of Jack Aitken and going for a huge dive bomb again at turn 1. And get the move done this time round and out of turn 2 and into turn 3. I think this time we're going to be able to secure Jack Aitken and finally be able to push on with this race. And this is the replay camera again. You can see how far back we came from. It was the lock-up from Jack Aitken that really helped us there. And that is pretty much how you get position. But now, as you can see there, the tyres are gone. And we are pitting now. Which means Coria pitted like 2-3 laps ago. So this is interesting if the undercut works out for him. Or if we're doing overcut work out for him. I expect the undercut will work out better because we were battling, but we'll see how this goes. Remember, he was in P4 at the time, we were in P1 when we pitted. So then into the pit box we go for a fresh, hard compounded tyre. Come on, guys, you gotta hurry up more than this. And it goes green just about. Don't get held up there by Boccalacci, I think that is. Yeah, if I didn't pronounce that name wrong, then it is what it is. As Coria, there it is, fast lap of the race, so he's got pace, and he'd come out the pit lane, and we get jumped massively, and that is a huge gap to P1. Well, technically he's now P1 in this race, with the pit stops and everything. Let's see if we can now jump the guys in the pits as well. Now then, heading out to turn 3 here. Doesn't look like we're going to be pressured by Ilott, which is good, which means we've got clean air to the car in front of Coria, and as you can see here, getting some great momentum going on that last corner. But Coria setting the fast lap of the race again, and we do as well. So we've definitely got some pace in this Grand Prix to be setting the fast lap after another driver. Now here's Jack Aitken again, and we lose the rear in the gravel trap, and there's yellow flags, so we even went off there. I don't think that was for us because there's more yellow flags in fact. And I think Ilott's got a problem here because Ilott's dropped a position, and Ilott is out of the race. And there you have it. Ilott has gone up in smoke. What a nightmare for Callum Ilott, who I believe was winning the championship going into this weekend. And that's not going to do his championship no good at all. Now cars in the pits as well. Boccalacci was in the pits and a few others as well. And it looks like we're going to be heading into P5 with only a few laps to go in this Grand Prix. Here you go then for the safety car restart on lap 18, coming around the last corner. We're going to be starting lap 19, which means a 7-lap sprint in this one. See if we can get Aitken and maybe another podium in this Grand Prix. And as you can see, it's a pretty hectic Grand Prix so far. But on the restart we go, then not really catching Ilott into turn 1. So move on to lap 22, and there's DRS activation point there. And we're going to send it up the inside of Jack Aitken there. Getting the move done. Round the outside of turn 2 maybe. We just get the move done. And now next up is Alessi already. Turn 3. He messes it up slightly. We have so much more grip on these hards than I thought we would. But look at Schumacher as well getting away. So we've got to stay with Schumacher here to have any chance of getting a better position than P3 in this race. But we're getting into P3 here. And that was a nice neat move. You can see Schumacher getting the move there as well into turn 1. But he had a lock-up. I don't know if that's going to affect him later on in this race or not. And as you can see here, round the outside of Jack Aitken before getting the switch back on Alessi. And getting that move done before we even get to turn 4 really. And we're going to shut the nose off, and that could have been risky for both of us there, but I thought I'd take that risk. And as you can see here, Coria, the person who did the most undercut in this race, has got a huge gap. Jack Aitken setting a fast lap as well, but us with the DRS all over the back of Schumacher, sending it into turn 1 once more on lap 24. So only 3 more laps to go in this one. 3 more tries at turn 1 to get past Schumacher. We'll make that 2 more tries at turn 1, I believe, because we're not getting them this time at turn 1. What about turn 4? We don't quite get them. As you see from the replay camera, we went far enough alongside, just didn't have the grip round the outside to get Schumacher into turn 3. And he is struggling for grip. Now on lap 25, 1 lap later, another huge dive bomb at turn 1. We run in deep, Schumacher going round the outside possibly. we actually might get this work, because we're going to lift off, try and get the undercut, in fact. The switchback, sorry, I mean. We're going to get this move back, possibly. We almost in contact there. That was close. But still, side by side for P2 in this race. We lose the rear, and we lost the rear again out turn 5. And that is Schumacher back into the podium position of P2. We're still in P3 at this point, but I want that position so badly that Schumacher's got at the moment. We've got to beat him for our confidence and a gain as well here for the championship. Now on the last lap of the race, we're putting everything into trying to beat Schumacher here. We could send it here at turn 5, but we're not close enough at the moment. We've got to just work on getting a nice run here, but we've lost the rear. Oh no! We've pretty much thrown that away. We lost 4/10 there to Schumacher by just losing the rear out of that one corner. And I'm afraid that is how the race would go, because there's Schumacher coming around the last corner, and he's got like a full second advantage on us. And that is how it's going to go. So Schumacher beats us to P2. We get P3, and you can see how we are not happy with that as we get collected as well over the line. But there you have it.
Brilliant stuff from Charouz today. What a superb victory. Davide, what do you think made the difference here?
Wow. Well, there's no doubt that the race was impacted as soon as the safety car made an appearance. It was so important how the successful team today react to this situation. They were decisive and stuck to their strategy, which really helped them take an advantage.
It's time for those well-deserved celebrations. They may be one of the newer teams to join F2, but the Charouz team have shown they're a force to be reckoned with, taking home the victory. Well done to everyone on the team. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. The gap at the top of the championship has been cut down after a difficult race for our championship leader. And now, Davide Valsecchi, let me ask you, who is your driver of the day?
I think it's got to be Sean Galeol. It's not always spectacular, but he quietly gets the job done, and that's the case today.
And now a look at the team standings. Charouz moved further clear at the top of the table. Meanwhile, good work from Campos this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. There will be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you'll join us at the next race when Formula 2 returns.
Well, have a great rest of your day. Here's the championship standings and the team standing. Team's always first, then the championship. Have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.